Take 19. Take 25! Hi, my name is Emily Maycamp.
Hi, my name is Rhiannon Lewis.
And we're going to be performing I See the Light from Tangled.
We chose this song for a myriad of reasons. For one, it's a beautiful, beautiful song, and I know that Tangled is a favorite movie of both of ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we were actually driving one day right when Debatable announced New Beginnings, and both of us sort of at the same moment had a like, what if we do this for New Beginnings? We need to apply moment, and it was so, I don't know, it was just perfectly timed, and we sent in the application right away. It's truly a wonderful song, and it has a really great message of light and love. I know it's gotten me through some tough times.
Yeah, definitely another reason I think that the song is very lovely for a showcase like New Beginnings is that it's all about finding new friendships and new people to surround yourself with in places where perhaps you weren't quite looking.
Mm-hmm. And not to get too sappy, but like I know throughout this time of certain, nothing being certain, actually I was going to say certain unknown, but that doesn't make sense. During this time of like nothing being certain, I know Rhiannon has become one of my best friends and just a rock for me and someone who's really gotten me through this pandemic. So it's nice to end the pandemic with them.
A big shout out to Walsh, who helped us film this. They're a superstar.
They literally, spoiler alert, got in the pool with their clothes on to help us film this, like in a full, probably had a sweatshirt on and pants.
Oh goodness.
A superstar. So thank you, Walsh. And we hope you enjoy.
Woo.
Take 27.
No.
Hi, my name is Rhiannon Lewis. I will be singing an original song titled New Day, and this song is about finding beauty in the big and small wonders of the world. Before the stars come out to perform, I think we are all a little bit extraordinary, the star of our individual story. Can you imagine a room of people guided by their light? And some make shadows of personas, never knowing right. But we help them shine as bright until they find their light. So we wake up and start a new day. We can think of anything we want. The season changes and I will follow, because the wind is calling all our names. I don't know, I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry. And I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. And the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why everything's as if we never said goodbye. I've spent so many mornings just trying to resist you. And trembling now, you can't know how I've missed you. The fairy tale adventures in this ever-spinning playground. We were young together. I'm coming out of makeup. The light's already burning. How long until the cameras will start turning? Everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone, that's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last. And this time will be bigger and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly, we all know I can do it. Could I stop
There's an old black train a-comin', scraping along the iron. You don't need no ticket, boys, it'll take you when it's time. Oh, come on now, young stranger, weren't you someone's son? How'd you find this depot, 'cause it ain't where you belong. You will pass a graveyard, stones worn by the years. The train will stop a minute, but don't let it leave you here. The coachman is my brother, the engineer's my friend. We'll get you more acquainted by the time you reach the end. This journey is a long one, it'll take you all around. Life rushing by your windows before it lays you down. Now where this old train's going, you can't come back from. Leave your baggage here because we'll need it when you're gone.
Hi everybody. I'm gonna do some stand-up for everyone today. Obviously there's no crowd, but that's okay. You guys are the only crowd I'll ever need. Let me properly introduce myself to you. Let's get to know each other a little bit. My name is Paula Perez. I know I don't look like that. I don't look much like a Paula, much less a Perez. I look more like the love child of like Dracula and Gumby, but that's okay. And another fun little fact about me is I'm 5'8", but I like to say I'm 5'9", because beyond just the fun of lying, 5'9" is more confidence, more suave, it's more intimidating, you know? 5'8", it's just like a Republican dad. You know, 5'8" goes golfing and is socially liberal but fiscally conservative. 5'8" is against the wealth tax and 5'9" eats the rich, so, you know, they're different. But 5'8" is also someone who would wear sandals, and that's not cool. Well, no, that's not true. My opinion on sandals, flip-flops, but it's mainly negative. And fun little facts about me, as we're getting to know each other, I'm from Florida. So even though I don't like flip-flops, I can still appreciate them as a Florida delicacy, you know, like alligators or conservative Cubans. But they're just, I think my biggest issue with them is that they're so impractical. Because most of you have probably worn flip-flops at one time or another. And when you're wearing them, like at the beach or something, and you're going any faster than like 1 mile an hour, it's just flicking sand back at you. And that's just not proactive, you know? It's not a good design. It's like playing laser tag against a mirror. There's no reason in doing it. And it's hard. it is hard to walk in flip-flops, and we don't talk about that enough. Like, if Jaws happened today and I was wearing flip-flops, I would be so screwed, you know? Like, I would give up at that point. But sharks are weird. It's a segue. It's a great segue. But sharks are weird. You know what's even weirder than sharks? Dolphins. And we don't talk about that. Because dolphins, there's such an appeal to them, you know? People are like, they're smart, they're slippery. We already have politicians, you know? Like, that area has been manned by the Bennies and the Jets of this world, and it'll be manned forevermore. So, it's a no-go. Now, I don't know much about dolphins. I really don't. I don't keep up with football. But from what I do know, they often are jerks in the ocean, and they get away with it, and it sucks. Because what I know is that they take these little baby sharks, you know, in their little fins or their areas, because they don't have hands because they suck, and they throw them to each other, you know, in like a hip thrust motion. And they play catch with these baby sharks, and then they run away laughing, doing their little hee 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 hee. That's what you hear, actually, guys. National Geographic is lying to you. It's not other reasons. But yeah, they do all that, and everyone's like, oh, but they're so sweet and smart, but they're not. They're a bunch of jerks, and they get the good reputation. Why? What have the Dolphins ever given us besides like a perfect season, you know? Like 1972 was the peak, and then it just was a steep drop after that. So I don't understand anything about dolphins, you know? Because sharks, they get the bad reputation, you know? And I'm sure you've heard that sharks, the saying, excuse me, that if you were to encounter a shark, you should punch it in the nose. Now, I've never met a shark. I've never had to punch a shark in the nose, but it doesn't seem right, does it? Like, I'm no expert. I didn't Google this. Maybe there's science behind it, but it just seems aggressively mean. Who came up with that? A dolphin? There's no reason to do it. It's just such a jerk way to go about it. When has a situation ever been made better by punching someone in the nose? Let's try diplomacy first. You know, if I ever met a dolphin, I would probably just like ridicule it, and then I'd punch it in the nose for good measure. Thank you so much, guys. You've been a great virtual audience. But thank you, though, seriously.
I gotta say, it's pretty great finally being able to drive on your own. The freedom to crank up the music as loud as it can go. The freedom when you're speeding, going 90 on a long deserted road. By yourself in a car with the radio. One to get the hell away from a place that you won't miss. Singing along to a song that goes like this. Drive, drive, drive away. Pedal to the metal like you just don't care. Oh, drive, drive, drive away. Go as fast as you can to get to God knows where. Somewhere far away from here. When I was so much young, I used to press my face against the car window. I thought that things were perfect the way they were. I'd never want to go. But I am all grown up now. I know that every song has to end. I know. I'm just alone in a car with a radio. Want to get the hell away from where you won't be missed. Tearing up to a song that goes like this. Drive, drive, drive away. Pedal to the metal like you just don't care. Oh, drive, drive, drive away. Go as fast as you can to get to God knows where. How do I get out of here? I just want to escape, but it seems that the road I have chosen is approaching a turn. If I continue straight, I'll be free. But could I make the curve? I have a chance to change my fate. It might not be too late, but still I press my pedal to the floor. I grip the wheel tight as death and blindly drive on straight ahead. I just don't give a damn anymore. drive, drive, drive away out into the open air. Whoa. Drive, drive, drive away. The song continues on for one moment, then it's gone. I finally made it out of here.
Hi, my name is Socks Whitmore. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and my pieces for New Beginnings are the original poem A Year and the original song Drive. I decided to contribute these pieces because with every beginning is an ending, and we deserve to hold space for that bittersweetness and that loss that comes with starting something new.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. I never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going oh so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my they fly. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable stars.
They said I was found by the side of a road. There were tracks all around. It had recently snowed. In the darkness and cold, with the wind in the trees, a girl with no name and no memories but these. Rain against a window, sheets upon a bed, terrifying nurses whispering overhead. Call the child Anya, give the child a hat. I don't know a thing before that. Traveling the back roads, sleeping in the wood, taking what I needed, working when I could, keeping up my courage, foolish as it seemed, at night all alone in my dreams. In my dreams, shadows call. There's a light at the end of a hall. Then my dreams fade away, but I know it all will come back one day. I dream of a city beyond all compare. Is it Paris? Paris. A beautiful river, a bridge by a square, and I hear a voice whisper, I'll meet you right there in Paris. Paris. You don't know what it's like not to know who you are, to have lived in the shadows and traveled this far. I've seen flashes of fire, heard the echo of screams, but I still have this faith in the truth of my dreams. In my dreams, it's all real, and my heart has so much to reveal, and my dreams seem to say, don't be afraid to go on, don't give up hope, come what may. I know it all will come back one day.
Hold on to the good times, the good days, goodness in the voices that enter your ear, the warmth of the bodies that carry many names. A family member, a friend, a stranger, who also share those good times and more smiles, more laughs, more carefree moments. The beginning of something special, something to look back on. And in those moments, the fear of the end washes over. The end of those good times. The end when your mind thinks of the goodness, but you are not in those times. Because you will always miss the good times when you're living in the bad ones. Like a flower, they're beautiful, except they never die. A field of moments, moments that will capture your heart forever and exist in others too. Don't let them slip away. They won't slip away.
I spent a year in a desert of suburban streets and strangers. Ripped up miles of weeds, so they just kept coming. Said yes and no in backwards ways to things I really wanted. To things I never wanted. I spent a year in a masquerade, parading as a paramour, feeling like a parasite, but living like a doormat. Still unsure of who was right. Half knowing it was over. Half willing it to change. I spent a year in a cage, ever faithful to the rules, knowing everything I'd trained for was on life support too. I spent a year on the ocean floor, drowning in the tempest, battered down by voices who could only hear themselves. I spent a year that I will never get back. And I don't know how to balance that cost in a color-coded spreadsheet that has no fitting hue for a loss so impossible. We spent a year. We spent more. But years pass. Years end. And start. New years begin. And like someone's favorite line from Rent, we can measure them in more than just minutes. Next year better be worth its weight in change.
Hello. I just wanted to say that I've been a little bit stressed out this week because I was trying to rack my brain on how to turn in the most high quality video possible for this project, because I love this project. I love everything it stands for. But unfortunately, I have not started my lease in my new apartment yet, and I have to live in a hotel for the next week. And so I was racking my brain on how I could do that, and I realized that I'm singing about a new beginning and how much having this new beginning means to me while I'm currently living my own new beginning and new chapter of my life. And there's really no better way to symbolize that than to sing my little heart out in an empty parking lot in my car, which is the only place that I can really sing the way that I would like to for this project. And I just think that that's really cool that I have this to look back on as the start of my new chapter in my new city. So here is me singing about a new beginning while I'm currently living my own new beginning. In my life, I never thought I'd get a second chance. Thought I was done, then I met you. And though I never dreamed I could learn how to love again, I placed my bet, and you came through. I somehow still lost, I somehow always do. This time feels new. Thank you for finding me, and thank you for the care, and fuck you for making me think that this life might be fair. You promised to love me, a promise you kept, and I won't be sorry that you said to leave and I left. I won't regret what I did then, though it hurts more than I could imagine back when. All the same, even so, I would love you all over again. Am I always starting over in a brand new story? Am I always back at one after all I've done? 'Cause I've burned all of my bridges and learned every last lesson too. So how can I start new? I love our children both fiercely and well. When they ask about me, oh Lordy, the stories I'll tell. And I won't regret the lives I didn't lead. I knew you, I loved you, let that be all that I need. Say that it's fate, say it's foretold. I'm through with fighting and I'm much too old. What the gods have to give, I'll take and I'll live and be bold. If we're always starting over in a brand new morning, then we're always starting out with the end in doubt. We can live a life for tomorrow or grieve all that we thought we'd do, or make each moment new. All that has happened is happening now. All that might happen is here somehow. All of the choices that made me me, all of the accidents yet to be, all that's ahead and all that's behind, it's all in the moment. I've made up my mind and opened my heart and start and start. 'Cause we're always starting over every life we're living, and we're always just awake every step we take. And my love, our life is over, but love, I'll give you one last vow to start over and over and over somehow. My new life starts right all those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see, standing here, it's oh so clear, I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted all at once.
Everything is different now.